Hello there, welcome to Smalls. My name is Bob Waldron. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a M3 Stuart. This has been boxed by Warlord Games, but it is originally plastic by Italy Air. Basically, Italy's gone off and they've taken their, I think it was a 1/72 scale, and they've just scaled it down to a 1/56 scale. For Warlord. So let's open this up, which I haven't actually opened this up or checked it out yet. Maybe check on the back. Nice on the back, we've got lots of different variants, which is rather cool. So it looks like we're going to be inundated with options. Fingers crossed. Let's put the box over there. As usual, we do seem to be getting these like damage marker things. As you can see, a bit of floss and templates. We do get some nice decals in here. Right, just here, as you can see, these decals are looking nice. We've got different markings. I do believe we've got like British, US, and a few others going on in there. So those are quite nice. We do have some of these stat cards again, which does kind of show us the different sort of Stuarts that we can get. Hopefully, as you can see there, it looks like we've got the Stuart 1 and 2 and the 3 and 4, and we've got the stats on the back of them also. What we've got here, we've got our instructions, we've got a bit of advertising that got ripped. I might have done that myself by accident, to be fair. Instructions, well, first off, the instructions are in a nice sort of glossy, nicely coloured set of instructions. We've got different variants. We've got the British Stuart 1 Honey, we've got the US M3 A1, the Soviets got an M3, another British Stuart 3 as well. And then we've got a US, and this is the one with a whole flamethrower, which is quite interesting. So this folds out, hopefully you can see it. So this is the first part of the instructions. Looks kind of nice and basic in the sense that, typical armoured vehicle. We've got the whole bringing the tracks together, tracks to the hull, top hull coming down on there, putting the little bits and bobs all around it, and then we've got our turret section, which looks like it's not a whole one piece thing, it's lots of pieces just coming together, as you can see just there. Turn this over, and it looks like it's showing a few different variant styles we can play around with just there. Then let's get down to the plastic itself. So let's just cut the bag open, and it looks like we have 2 sprues. We'll start off with the main hull, what we've got just here. As you can see, one nice big sprue. Looking at the top side of our hull, we have lots of nice detail actually going on all around this one piece. All sorts of bolts, raised bolts, recessed panel lines, all sorts of goodies. We do, as you can see, a little bit of sort of flash just kind of going around the edges here and there. Nothing major. Bottom part of the hull, we have got some detail on the underside. Lovely raised bolts and all that kind of good stuff. Our tracks are not lots of different pieces, all the kind of rubber ones. It's those where they kind of do a nice one big piece, probably like the bottom, and then you got like this top piece, and then you got a couple of little pieces that sort of then wrap around. Can be a bit fiddly sometimes, but it is a time saver when it comes to that. We do have a fair few ejector pin marks on the tracks. In fact, there's like at least one ejector pin mark on each track link. You can just see those little circles on there. Not a massive big deal because, you know, they are tanks. Just throw a load of dirt on there and you can cover up those massive amounts of ejector pin marks, but it could be worse, I guess. We do have some parts of the actual turret section here. Again, same level of detail, surface detail going on. We've got all sorts of bits going on as well around here with MGs and coaxials and all that good stuff. We've got some fuel tanks just here also. They are both in two halves to put them together. Moving along to our second sprue, we do have all our sort of wheel parts of our armoured vehicle. You can see it is nicely got some detail on here as well. This does save a lot of time in like not having to go off and getting, you know, all the wheels separately and all that kind of stuff, which is you know, love it or hate it. Maybe not as detailed, but it does save a lot of time. The drive part of our wheel, our drive wheels, they're looking rather good, seeing all the teeth and everything going on there. A little bit more of our actual turret area here, again same level of detail. Then we have quite a few different actual miniatures with this, which is rather interesting. They have nicely made this so as, you know, we can have, you know, a Russian commander, a British commander and a US commander, and each one of them are very nicely detailed. Definitely seeing all those facial features, so they're going to you know, paint up rather nice indeed. Got some armored skirts as well going on here. Again, same level of detail, a bit more turret detail going on as well. A couple of hatches and all that good stuff, and we have MGs as well just on here, probably a hull mounted one and all sorts of goodies going on there. Ejector pin marks on this sprue. Not really seeing them in any nasty places that are going to be sort of a problem. All looking good. So all in all, I think this kit was around about £18, you know, give or take, depending on where you buy it from. So not an expensive kit, and it turns out to be a really cool Stuart. It's going to be well detailed. It's going to look good in anyone's cabinet or on the battlefield in any sort of wargaming. So apart from that, big thumbs up to Atelier and Warlords. M3 Stuart. So until next time, my name is Bob Waldron, this is Genesis Models. I hope you've enjoyed.